less than 24 hours to get you that result?
To be honest, not much. Just I thought our standard of play, not so much in the entirety of the game of the first game, but in the first period, I thought our compete level could have been higher. And we got back to how we've been playing in the preseason. I thought it was a prime example of when we're skating and we're relentless on pucks, we make it really hard on teams. And if you look at the underlying numbers defensively, they were really good. I think we gave up less than 6 5-on-5 scoring chances, and usually when you play that way, you got a chance to win. And I was really proud of the group of how we responded after a game where I think to a man, everybody knows we could have been better.
Michael Hauser, we were just talking about it. Something about Utica, the air brings out the best in him. What did you see in his performance?
Yeah, no, I got, everybody was telling me before, you got to start Hauser in Utica. He's really good, and he did a great job. He's just poised, he's calm, he's, I think everybody loves having him around, and just, even for me, not knowing him before, you just kind of gravitate to him, the personality, and he did a great job. He made a couple of really timely saves in the second period that, especially the one that was 2-1, unbelievable. I don't know how he got his pad on it, but if that goes 2-2, they get momentum, and he did a really good job keeping the game at 2-1, and great performance from him.
I think his teammates have referred to him in previous seasons as a locker room guy. Now, when you started here back in June, you talked about how you were a person-first coach, player-second.
Yep.
How important is it to have guys with that kind of personality in your locker room?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in you win with people, and you win with guys like him. He's every day the energy that he brings, and even there's adversities we're going to face throughout the season. It's a long season, and during those times you need people like Michael Hauser that are in the room every day, that bring a great energy and his attitude, and he works extremely hard at practice, and you can't put a price tag on guys like him.
Did you come out of this weekend with any guys banged up, any injuries?
No, not that a few, but lower body, but I think they'll be okay.
So it wouldn't jeopardize anything for this coming week?
There's a couple.
We did get to see Constantinius' first North American pro games regular season. What did you think of him?
I think he had for his first weekend, I thought he had a really good weekend. Now the game is, just for me personally too, seeing an AHL game rather than the preseason game, it's a little bit more chaotic, it's heavy, it's hard. And I think for him the adjustment will be just the time and space and making plays quicker. But if you look at it as a whole, I mean, he had 5 2-on-1s on the weekend. He didn't capitalize on any of those, but he's getting the chances and putting himself in those opportunities because he could really think the game. He's smart. He knows when to how to create offense, and he's been really good on the power play. Didn't score, had a bunch of looks, so he's going to produce there as well.
I know it's only been a weekend, but you've had a few preseason games too. How different is it coaching at this level versus junior or USHL?
You know what? I've been asked that question a lot. To me, it's coaching. It's the way you look at it. To me, coaching is coaching. Whether you're in youth hockey, junior hockey, it's your belief system, what you believe in, and you got to believe it at your core. And there's things we're doing here that I was fortunate to play for a lot of great coaches in my lifetime, and you have your own way of thinking and doing things, and there's a certain way that I believe the game's played and should be played, and it's winning hockey habits and instilling those in the group. And there's a lot of things that we're doing here that I did before, whether it's obviously it's the AHL, it's higher, they pick it up quicker. There's still some things that you kind of scratch your head at sometimes, that missed assignments or missed face-offs, but it's part of coaching. And to me, it's just being yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've noticed. Just be yourself, and what your core values are and how you want your team to play is that's what it's truly about.
I don't know what I'm about to ask is a fair question because it's comparing two different leagues, but is watching the pro game from the bench now any different than it was playing when you were with Toledo and Kalamazoo in the ECHL? That was, what, 6-7 years ago, but the game has evolved, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's a really good question. I think the game's faster for sure. I think a lot more teams, you want to spend less time in your own zone, and you want to get it in the offensive zone as quick as you can. And I think the skill level is really, I think it starts to younger age. There's so many skills coaches, player development coaches, that I think the skill level, I do think though, regardless of the time, if the 10 years ago, what wins is there's, like I said before, there's a certain type of game you have to play winning hockey. And I think that's never going to change. So yeah, I think the skill level, but I think at the end of the day, it's still about playing winning hockey.